reality TV viewers are struggling to keep their breath between Scrappy, Yandy Smith, and Eric Mena. Hip Hop and Love just gave us a front row seat to what may be the most combustible baby drama of the decade. So who needs soap operas? So let me clarify this. While Mendy is standing there, Eric Mena is out here spitting fire and accusing Yandy of acting as Scrappy's baby mom. Matchmaker. Like a bewildered referee on the sidelines who had no idea he had signed up for this. Match, does Yandy actually have any business interfering with Scrappy's baby? Has Yandy formed a covert connection with Scrappy's purported new boyfriend, as Erica recently revealed? And why does Mendy seem to have entered a combat zone without a helmet? There's no drill here. From mysterious Instagram posts to behind-the-scenes photos, the tea is boiling, the receipts are falling. The matches are screaming, and the drama is getting out of hand faster than Yandy's edge control during a heat wave. And you know what? Our exclusive analyses, dubious information, and unsubstantiated yet utterly plausible disclosures will leave you speechless. Hold on tight, family. Things are about to get ugly on this voyage. Thus, let's dissect this from the start, because this situation didn't suddenly grow out of control. After a minute of simmering in the background, it's now exploding in everyone's faces. Holding her tongue has never been Erica Mena's style. In interviews, on social media, or directly in front of others, Erica expresses her desires. Additionally, sweetheart, she is insane at the moment. Furthermore, who is the target of that full-force anger? It was none other than Yandy Smith, a friend who later became a fierce foe. As anyone who has watched Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13 knows, there has been a lot of tension between these women. However, the most recent drama, Chili, is unique. It all began when it was suggested that Yandy had been acting as a puppet master behind the scenes, assisting Scrappy in becoming close to a new mystery woman. Additionally, that woman may have a messy tea with Erica, as if the problem wasn't bad enough. Rumor has it that Erica thinks Yandy is deliberately doing this to get even with her and make her look foolish on national TV. Look, Erica and Scrappy had unresolved drama already. Returning to their situationship, fans noticed some residual chemistry, hurt feelings, and rumors some time ago. However, rather than letting it go, Erica now says Yandy is attempting to rekindle the fire in order to cause trouble and make her appear insane. This is when things start to get really crazy, though. Witnesses said that when Erica approached Yandy about it on set, there was complete turmoil, no quiet conversation, and just Erica yelling at Yandy to be dishonest, manipulative, and plain two-faced. She even charged her with attempting to manipulate Scrappy and use his relationship with his baby mama as a weapon against her. Such is the storyline twist in which Yandy's spouse is shown to have been captured in the midst of everything. Bro was only attempting to relax and avoid becoming involved with feminine drama, but he was drawn in more quickly than a lousy plot. According to sources, Erica told Mendy directly that his wife was untidy and even implied that things would go south if he didn't check on Yandy right away. As you are all aware, Mendy doesn't like that kind of energy. He glanced. I was so stunned that I was at a loss for words. Yandy, meanwhile, made an effort to remain composed and sought to be the most important word. Erica is just insecure, jealous, and looking for someone to blame for her failed relationships. She clapped back. And there you have it, too. The fuse was lit by that. Do Toto be honest, Erica's romantic life has been somewhat turbulent. She has had a difficult life, from her well-publicized divorces to being a single mother raising her children in the spotlight. However, she will not, once referred to as a sister, approach her. What role does Scrappy play in all of this then? Insiders claim that Scrappy is simply carrying out her usual routine, keeping a low profile, seeming perplexed, and secretly relishing the attention. Fans, however, are not amenable. They are dragging him online, claiming that by remaining silent, taking no sides, and failing to put an end to the chaos, he is stoking the flames. because it keeps his name trending and ensures more media time. Some even claim he's secretly enjoying the chaos. However, returning tough, major explosion. The situation became even more unpleasant following Erica's altercation with Yandy. She reportedly stormed off set, threatening to leave the show entirely if producers persisted in pressuring her to shoot with Yandy. And you know what? Being the clumsy masterminds that they are, the producers quickly doubled down and began arranging more sequences with these two women confronting each other. Because drama equals ratings. Let's not forget that. The kind of reality TV gold that executives aspire to is Erica versus Yandy. We haven't even discussed the consequences on social media. Folks, following the drama's release, fans quickly took sides. Group America began disparaging Yandy and labeling her a jerk for meddling too much in other people's affairs. They claim that she constantly puts herself in situations that have nothing to do with her. However, Team Yandy retaliated, forcefully claiming that Yandy is not the villain and that Erica is simply because her karma has finally caught up with her. They also claim that Yandy is the only member of the group who is genuinely managing business while the others are in a downward spiral. Mendy notices that he's out here, attempting to play peacemaker in the meantime. He stated in a recent live show that he wants harmony in the home and doesn't want to be a part of the drama. But he also tacitly supported Yandy, claiming that she has been devoted and has always tried to help people rather than harm them. However, not everyone finds this convincing. Fans are pointing out that Yandy's name has already appeared in the middle of a scandal. Do you recall her conflict with Chrissy Lumpkin and her turmoil with Cambella? The streets claim that Yandy's pattern is merely the most recent development in a lengthy and chaotic story. Other cast members are beginning to voice their opinions as well. Bambi recently discussed strategic alliances and phony buddies in a mysterious Instagram post. And let's face it, Yandy may be the subject of that. Scrappy, Erica, or all of them. Then there is the drama surrounding the infant. The new lady that Erica is purportedly unhappy about, Scrappy, is apparently pregnant, or at least rumored to be. And Erica's response suddenly makes a lot more sense if that's the case. Imagine learning that your former partner is expecting a child with a person your friend introduced him as well. Not much. Chilly. The story's layers keep growing, and we haven't even reached the climax yet. This is because just when fans thought things couldn't get any messier, producers released a trailer for the upcoming episode, which showed Erica crying and screaming that she knew what she was doing as she left the set. She was aware. And directly behind her, a silent Yandy and a bewildered Scrappy that leads us directly to the next part of this explosive story, in which Erica makes her most startling charge to date. The genuine tea began to boil over just when we thought things couldn't get any messier. Let's go back a little. Although Erica Mena is known for speaking her mind, her altercation with Yandy Smith Harris on the Scrappy baby incident sent the entire love and hip turn, the Atlanta scene, into a complete mess. And Mendy finds himself torn between family, loyalty, and full-on cast warfare while standing right in the heart of this storm. Let's dissect this, because chilly. Loyalty is put to the test at this point, and secrets are revealed like wine at a reunion table. Following Erica Mena's release regarding her interactions with Scrappy and his new baby problem, Yandy accused her of taking sides. Instead of simmering, the tension erupted. According to Erica, Yandy had been grinning in her direction while whispering behind her back, particularly about the developments involving Bambi and Scrappy's child and infant. It wasn't merely small talk. Erica brought receipts. Yandy allegedly texted Bambi to offer encouragement and even to share behind-the-scenes details of Erica's emotional breakdowns. To Erica, there was blatant betrayal. Remember, though, that Yandy is not new to this. This is true of her. Yandy also refused to back down when Erica challenged her in front of the cameras. She shot back calmly, claiming she didn't mean to hurt anyone and was just trying to be there for everyone. Erica, however, didn't believe it. The room fell silent as she replied, "You can't claim to be my friend and then play the role of a therapist to my enemy. Take a side." The camera crew seems shaken as well. Okay, now this is when the situation becomes complex. Mendy realizes that Yandy's spouse wasn't merely observing this scene play out. It included him. By expressing that she felt caught off guard by his neutrality, Erica pulled him right into the middle. Given that Mendy and Erica have a long, complex friendship that has its roots in real-life struggles, she had higher expectations of him. During the argument, Erica yelled, "While you sit there silently, you let your wife backdoor me. That is weak. You are aware of my experiences." Furthermore, that strike feels like a gut punch to Mendy. Let me tell you, because it was evident in that moment that his silence was saying more than his words ever could. Regardless of how calm he tried to remain, however, it is more than just a friendship dispute. There's more to it than that. Rumor has it that Erica believes the entire cast is conspiring against her. She sobbed in confessional videos, expressing how she felt deceived, not only by Yandy, but also by the group of people who had earlier professed to have her back. She claims that when things became awkward, they all changed sides. And now she is the target. And according to Scrappy, Yandy, and Erica, who is at the center of this betrayal. Speaking of Scrappy, let's not pretend that he doesn't have dirty hands, although he has remained silent on camera regarding the specifics of the drama. Rumors suggest that he has been fanning the flames behind the scenes with subtly suggestive remarks and exchanges. According to rumors, Scrappy allegedly informed Bambi that information somehow found its way back to Erica, making her even more enraged. Yandy was merely attempting to emotionally manipulate her by becoming close to her. This is the point at which the plot becomes even more ambiguous. Take it, Bambi? According to insiders, she has been taking advantage of this controversy. Bambi is accused of giving Yandy incomplete information and allowing her to play mediator while preparing for Erica's explosion. Everyone backed off when the explosion finally occurred, but Bambi said nothing, computed. Of course. However, you could sense the struggle in Mendy's expression when he meets a man. He attempted to check on Erica. He immediately returned to the mess. Online supporters were eager to draw attention to it as well, stating that Mendeecees must choose a side and stick with it. Don't do both at once. Either stand up for your wife or take responsibility for your relationship with Erica Yandy. Meanwhile, held her head high despite being visibly shaken and refusing to cry. "I love Erica," she said in her confessional. "Seen her at her lowest, but I can't fix people who don't want peace." That statement struck a chord because it revealed Yandy's inner rage despite her efforts to maintain a clean, composed, mature, and unbothered public persona. Then came the turning point in the story. Erica disclosed that Yes, she claimed that this setting isn't conducive to her healing and that she is sick of friendships that aren't sincere. Online admirers soon began speculating that perhaps Erica was ready for a solo or spin-off. Wouldn't be shocking, to be honest. She has the backstory, the betrayal arc, and the fire. However, before moving on, we must stop and truly, what does it mean for the relationship between Yandy and Mendeecees, in your opinion? The pressure cooker will eventually explode if your boyfriend is caught between two women he respects and one of them starts criticizing him on national television. Fans have already begun to speculate that Yandy may have cracked as a result of this incident. Mendy also observes a one solid bond, and have faith that is not the end, not even close. As Yandy's emotional collapse progressed and Erica continued to exert pressure, spectators began focusing on Mendeecees, who by this point appeared to be on the verge of losing it. He was already coping with Erica's anger, his odd relationship with Yandy. And now suddenly, the streets murmurs that Scrappy might not even be the only one involved in this mess began to circulate. There were rumors that this chaos had more layers than anyone had thought. Kendra Robinson, Scrappy's ex-girlfriend and a formidable legal force in her own right, metaphorically entered the conversation just when everyone thought it couldn't. Get any messier? There was a rumor that Kendra had receipts, screenshots, as well as timestamps that have the potential to either entirely clear Scrappy's name or further bury him. Who do you suppose she gave some of those receipts to? Yes, Yandy. This marked the turning moment for Mendeecees, who was now ensnared in a flaming triangle. Erisina swinging Yandy, his wife, intensely invested from every perspective. And Kendra might be influencing the story in the background. There had never been more friction between two titans of hip-hop and love. According to reports, producers intervened behind the scenes to quell the escalating mayhem. Why? Because the plot of what had begun as a normal reality show was now in danger of blowing out into real-world repercussions. Everything was at stake, including contracts, reputations, and familial ties. Then came the scene with the group that made all the difference. For what was intended to be a quiet time of air clearing, the cast was gathered together. As anyone who has watched even one season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta knows, Yandy attempting to maintain her poise, she started to state her position. Quietly, "You've been fake since day one. Yandy, you used me. Hugh, Scrappy. And now you're hiding behind Mendy again, like he's your shield." Kika, Mena said, slamming her hand on the table before she could finish her second sentence. The room went cold. Us. Even the typically reclusive cast members, Spice and Rashida, were stunned into silence when Yandy attempted to reply. Her voice broke, and she eventually started crying. Real tears on camera, without any makeup, touch-up, or dramatic soundtrack. "I've supported Mendy through incarceration, through suffering." That line struck a deep chord. "Made to look like a villain because I tried to protect someone." Social media took off. The fans parted ways. For 3 days in a row, Team Yandy versus Team Erica was the trending topic. TikTok and Twitter were overrun with thought pieces. And bloggers were breaking out every scene, every viewpoint, and every sentence in great detail. Let's move on to Scrappy's answer. In an exclusive sit-down conversation with the podcast, the man himself finally addressed the issue. He said he didn't even know Yandy was involved in the drama until it made the blogs. And he denied any role in leaking the news of Erica's pregnancy. "I was just trying to co-parent, man," he added. "I don't know who told what to whom, but I ain't throwing nobody under the bus." That should have put an end to things, but nope. Because Erica revealed her final bombshell after believing that Scrappy was playing the innocent card too well. A screen grab of a text exchange, Ski Wars, completely altered when Scrappy reportedly told someone, "This is going to be good TV," while laughing about Yandy's response. Scrappy had gone on the defensive. Kendra said nothing. Mendy noticed that Yandy was caught in the crossfire as he temporarily withdrew from filming, according to reports. Some actors even admitted to producers that they didn't wish to shoot any additional sequences with Erica, citing issues related to mental health and safety. The producers were rushing. They may have hit dynamite instead of gold, which is what they believed they had. And that was the last turn of events. It turns out that Mendy had been working on a business project with the Scrappy podcast and men's empowerment, according to people close to the production. Series that will debut next year. However, the entire deal is now on hold. Why? Mendy reportedly expressed her desire to withdraw from their marriage since Yandy was emotionally spent and totally taken by surprise. Insiders claim that in a private sit-down that was filmed, Yandy said to Mena, "I don't know if I can do this anymore?" The video hasn't been released yet. No one anticipated the gut hit. This plot has not only upended Atlanta's hip-hop scene and love scene, but it has also caused everyone to wonder how reality TV and real-life suffering can be so similar. What began as baby mom drama turned into a battlefield of emotional anguish, treachery, and strained relationships. Let's review the harm. Eric Kamina changed from flaming cast member of the Destroyer of Scorched Earth after making peace. Yandy became a distraught woman who began to doubt her own marriage. Mendy observes that he is currently torn between two ladies. His marriage was in danger, and his business was in danger. The entire Love and Hip Hop brand goes haywire as Scrappy is exposed by texts and charges he can't completely deny. What follows? No one is aware. Are Yandy and Mendy going to get better? Is Erica able to return from the fallout? Is Scrappy merely a pawn in a larger scheme, or is he truly the antagonist here? There's no denying that this season completely altered everything.